Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Joel.
I'm Matt.
I'm Ralph.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Grandpa.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys. And we'd like to thank you for stopping by.
It's 6 a.m. and it's time to pick peas. I couldn't think of anything better to do at 6 a.m. Love you, Joel.
Ooh, breakfast. Welcome back, everyone. Today it's gonna be very warm, so we're trying to get a lot of our jobs done early this morning. And one of those jobs is getting our peas picked.
A pea picking a day keeps the happiness away. I'm happy, Joel. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic.
So last time we had picked, we got 18 half bushel. We need about 8 more to fill out the rest of the orders. Gonna feel like cold. Feel like winter outside. Now in the last video we talked a little bit about how no one else in the area raises peas. And one of the reasons for that is because a machine to harvest peas, they're quite expensive. And nobody wants to do this job by hand, except us, of course. I don't want to do it either, but Dad plants the peas, so we have to harvest them. However, since no one else in the area raises them, we sell quite a few. That's why we're out here picking this morning. We want to get as many picked as possible because we don't want to miss any of these. They grow so fast, and if they go overripe, that's just wasted product that we could have used. So that's why we're out picking this morning. We need to get as many as we can. So we change it up while we're picking. Sometimes we'll be on our knees, other times we'll be leaning over like this. You think it'd be easier to always be on your knees. However, because of the hard soil, it can start to hurt. So that's why we'll do this leaning over method. Do our backs hurt at the end of the day? Sometimes. Usually during the early part of the year, it'll hurt a little bit more because we're not used to it. But by the end of the year, we're fine. I just walked back to the truck to pick up some more baskets. That is a really good sign. If you have to walk back and get more baskets, that means that the harvest is going good. Look at those peas. Delectably evil. We've got about 8 half bushel picked, which is all that we needed for orders, but we're gonna try and finish out the row. Whatever we have in these rows, we're gonna be able to sell. There is always people asking for peas, but the first thing we always wanna do when it comes to peas is fill out our orders. And it hasn't rained for quite some time, so our second picking, we've got much less than we did the first time. But we got all of our orders filled, which is really good. By the time you see this video, these peas will be long gone. Now sometimes when you see us picking, you'll actually see us pull the plant up, kind of like what I'm doing now. Now the reason for that is I'm trying to see underneath the plant. A lot of the younger peas will grow on the bottom side, and if you don't pull up the plant, they're covered by the leaves of the plant. So when you pull up on it, it gives you a better opportunity to see everything. It took us about 2 hours to pick all of the peas. We also picked a basket of snow peas and a basket of sugar snap peas. Now all we have to do is load everything up. It's not fun to pick, but they sure do look good. Pretty good haul. We got 13 baskets of peas. That was a big job accomplished this morning. But now it's time to get the farm market set up. So Matt's vacuuming and I'm gonna clean off the shelves. We just got the farm market filled up. We got everything put out. And we also just had some breakfast. I really needed some breakfast. I didn't want to eat peas this morning. Something we've added to like all of our pens have been fans. We've got one here in the chicken pen. We've got a couple for the cows. We're just trying to move air around. It's gonna be hot. It's been hot for the last couple days. And by adding the fans, we're just trying to keep all the animals cool. While we were finishing setting up the farm market, Daniel was down here taking care of the animals. All the cattle that we had down in the blue barn, we have brought up. They're in this pen. We put them in here. We didn't want to put them out to pasture. We were worried if we put them out to pasture, they might run away. And with the cornfield starting to get taller, you don't want to lose cows in cornfields. It may have happened one time. We don't need to talk about it.
I lost a cow once.
Hi, how are you?
We're heading out to the garden because we need to pick some lettuce for the farm market. There is a big risk of all of this lettuce going to seed, so we're trying to get as much picked as possible. Whatever we don't get picked, we'll probably just give to the cows because they will appreciate it. That's gorgeous. Wow. Doesn't that look good? Now, by picking the lettuce and putting it in the cold water, we're trying to accomplish two things. One, we're trying to clean the lettuce. We're just trying to get off most of the dirt. If you do buy stuff from a farm market or from anywhere, you should wash your food. You should always wash your food.
Because when you don't wash everything, that's how one time I almost ate a slug in my salad one night, and it was disgusting.
Isn't that escargot?
Snails.
Second reason, we're gonna take this, we're gonna dip it in cold water, and then we're gonna put it inside our cooler. Now, if you're raising lettuce at home, that's something you guys should do. If you pick your lettuce, wash it, and then put it in a bag, put it in something, put it in the fridge. The reason for that, it's gonna keep your lettuce nice and crisp, and it's gonna last much longer. Because if we took this lettuce straight out of the field and put it in the cooler, it would wilt. It doesn't matter how cold we get it, it's gonna wilt. But when we put it in the water, that helps it to crisp up. One of my favorite things to do is just put your hand over top of the veggies that you bring in and feel the heat that comes off of them. We're out in the field because we're gonna be moving some irrigation pipe. Over the past couple days, we've really been focusing on our vegetable plants, and we're starting to see little tomatoes form. Right here we have a plum variety, and as we can see, the plants have like exploded. That plant growth is important because we don't want the sun beaming down on our vegetables and our tomatoes because that would cause them to sun scald. It's a careful balance you have to find because you don't want all the energy put just into the plant. You want it to make a lot of nice vegetables, but you also want enough plant to protect your vegetables. Oh my, check it out. Right here we have some hot wax peppers starting to grow. This is exciting. And there's not much I could say about the sweet corn, but wow. Sadly, we won't have sweet corn for the 4th of July, but we're pretty close. So we've got to move pipe, and we've got to lift the pipe high enough that we don't break over the tops of our corn. So this will be fun. You got to be careful. You don't want to knock over the corn, like I just did. I knocked over one. Don't tell Dad. Yeah, it made us work for it. That's for sure. It's not bad in the shade, Dad.
He's not all there. It's not all about him. It's about me. I'm hot.
That looks pretty. We picked up some irrigation pipe that we had laying in another section of a field, and we're laying it down right next to our potatoes and some sweet corn that we had planted. If we want our potatoes to have any size to them, we really need to start adding water. Just got our irrigation line laid the whole length of the field. Now we're going to be irrigating out of the creek that is down over the hill. So we've got all of our line laid. Now we just need to pull a hose up over the top. It's not too much work. We just have to find, we have hoses already laid. We just got to find where they are. Our pipe is all the way up at the top. But if we look down through here, it goes down right to the creek. And that's where we hook our pump up. We're gonna place the pump here. We're gonna suck the water out. I don't think you guys have ever been down here. This is one of my favorite areas on the farm. We're fortunate that the back part of our property, there is a big creek that hits it and then splits it up into all these islands. So we have many areas where we can draw water out of. I feel bad for people who don't have the opportunity to do that. We are very fortunate. The only problem is this is where we set our pump. So we have a giant tree that fell. So we're gonna have to move it. Don't tell me you've been lost in the woods the whole time.
Yep, I've been trying to survive. Nobody comes looking for me.
We just got done with lunch, and my Uncle Jonathan a long time ago said at 35,000 subscribers, he would jump in the pond. When we hit 35,000 subscribers, there's about 6 inches of ice on the pond, and now the ponds are a little low because it hasn't rained. So he's gonna jump in the creek for you.
One way or another, we gotta jump in something. All right, congrats on 50,000 subscribers. And thank you to all you loyal washers. Going in. Yeah, it's cold.
You will never believe who I found in the woods.
Well, it's camera day. I guess Ralph would show up.
I do like the camera, but not as much as the camera likes me.
We are fixing the irrigation hose that Daniel hit with the rotary chopper.
Uh-oh.
Ralph and I just got back from the farm. We're gonna need pipe to connect our irrigation line to the line that we have running down over the hill. We weren't sure if that little roll was gonna be enough, so we had to grab a bigger roll. We've got our blue hose stretched all the way from over there to where we're gonna connect it in with the red hose. All day, that's what we wanted. We wanted irrigation running on our potatoes, and we're irrigating some sweet corn at the same time. So that means today is a success. It's almost closing time. We got the animals taken care of for tonight. So all we're gonna do is watch the farm market till we close up, and we're gonna head up for dinner. Andrew's still in the shower, and we're pretty hungry, so we're just gonna film what we're having for dinner. Grammy made potatoes au gratin with ham, cucumber salad, and a regular salad. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.